So when you open up an Excel workbook, you have three tabs. A new Excel workbook. You have three tabs. They're down here at the bottom. There are a few different things that you can do with these tabs, and so we're going to just cover each of those things. The first thing that you can do is you can rename a tab to be something other than Sheet 1, Sheet 2, or Sheet 3. And you can do that by double-clicking on it and then typing my new tab. You can also right-click on the tab and click Rename, but that's it seems like a little extra work. So if you just go down to any tab and type in, my second tab. Nice, easy way to rename tabs. Let's rename this third one my first tab. And so tabs can also be rearranged, reordered within your workbook, and that's pretty easy to do as well. You just click and hold on the tab that you want to move, and you move it. And you see there's that little arrow, pointing down arrow, indicating where that tab is going to drop. So you drop it there, and now my first tab is in the first position. You can also select multiple tabs at a time. So I'm going to select the first two tabs. And the way that you do that is by having one tab selected, then pressing Shift and clicking on the farthest tab to your right that you want to select. In this case, I'm just going to select two of them. Now they're both selected. If I click and drag from here, it moves both tabs. So now my first tab and my new tab will be dropped after my second tab. And there they are. So they're now back here. Another thing that you can do with these is you can change their color. That can be helpful if you have a ton of tabs. So you can kind of group them by color. And even with just a few tabs, it can help to just have a color. So the way that you do that is you right-click on your tab, move up to the tab color menu item, and pick the color you want. So I'm going to pick orange. And there you go. It turns orange. And I'm going to change this one to green, maybe blue. Here we go. So when it's not selected, it'll appear blue. And it tries to figure out, how that font should be, if it should be in white because the color is dark, that kind of thing. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about, there's a few other things, there are maybe several other things you can do with tabs. But the other main thing that I find useful is being able to move a tab into a different workbook. And I usually do that by copying the tab, so I don't remove it from the workbook I'm working in. But the way that you move a tab to a totally different file is you right-click on the tab that you want to move, then you go up here into the Move or Copy menu item. You click that, and then, like I say, I like to create a copy, so if you just move it, it will actually pull it out of this file and move it into a different file. But I want to create a copy, so I'm going to click the Create a Copy box, and I'm going to just move it into a new workbook up here where it says New Book. And then I'll click OK. So now I'm in a brand new workbook, and my tab is a copy of that other tab. Okay, I know that it's a pretty short tutorial, but there you go. That's some things that you can do with tabs, and go to BillTeachesMe.com to get more tutorials, and we'll be having some more tutorials about Excel coming out soon. Thanks a lot.